Alright, so I'm finally getting back to this. I just watched Phoenix Rising, which I think is episode 11 of season 5. You know, or it's later than that, I'm not really sure. Whatever. Something. But anyway, yeah. So fucking Byron blew himself up. I assume that this is what y'all said I was going to enjoy. I don't know, I was just kind of like, whatever, he's gone, I don't have to care about his face anymore. Okay, let's see. I think my favorite scene of this episode was when Garibaldi confronts Bester and tries to shoot him, and discovers that, of course, Bester, being a clever little shit, has put a block in his mind so that he can't do that. And he starts talking about Asimov's 3 laws of robotics in the context of where he got this idea for doing this, and I was like, you're so great. But yeah, I mean, it's really like, of course he would do something like that, because he knows Garibaldi's going to come after him. He's not an idiot. But Garibaldi. Okay, so, like, I'm pretty sure that this is the bit we saw a little bit of in the very end of season 4, with Garibaldi and as a hostage during these Telepath war or something, which seems like is starting right about now, because at the end we hear that Psycor's headquarters or something has been bombed, and that Byron has become kind of this martyr. So that'll be fun. Oh no. Oh no. Last scene. Garibaldi. You spit that back out. Oh dear. Gosh, this episode is just like full of me having Garibaldi feelings. Oh my goodness. I mean, I love him, so of course. Oh, the bit where Sheridan and Lockley are waiting for news about the hostages, and he starts talking about how Garibaldi has been on the station longer than anyone currently there, and like how he's super great. And I was like, Garibaldi, your life is a constant series of hurdles, and I just want you to be happy, really. And I mean, I think you would be if certain telepaths didn't insist on fucking with your brain. What else? What else? There isn't really that much else. I mean, Bester was in it, which was great. I love me some Bester. And Lita is definitely pretty enmeshed in this whole, like, telepath thing. I think she's going to kind of take the place of the role of Byron now as something of a leader. And you know what? I'd rather watch her than him, so whatever. But yeah, so that's how I felt about this one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, Psycor, you're a mess. Bester's a mess. Everything's a mess. And it'll be interesting to see where this goes. Possibly escalating hostilities. That's always fun. So yeah, I'm my usual eloquent self, but I'm going to try and push myself back into actually watching the show again, so. Okay, so I just watched episode 12, The Ragged Edge. Alright, well, it's so nice having no telepaths. No, I mean, I'm sure that's going to come up again, but not in this episode. Which was all about setting up the, not really even setting up, but connecting the two kind of plots that have been happening that don't involve telepaths. The Centauri, something is up on Centauri Prime plot, and the mysterious ships are attacking the shipping lines, and the whole alliance is really annoyed about it plotline. Because it turns out it may be the Centauri who are up to something. Something which Lana doesn't even know about. And I assume it has to do with the creepy shoulder aliens, or like the creepy death mask alien that tried to kill Lana that one time. Oh, so Lana and Jakar come back to the station. Fabulous. Love them. Jakar has accidentally become a religious figure in the month he was gone, because his, like, bodyguard guy with the sword found, didn't know when he was coming back, and found the book that he wrote while he was in prison, and it kind of accidentally got published. And so everyone is just like, oh, Jakar, you are, and he's like, what the fuck? And there's this great scene where he's trying to, I guess, talk about the book with some people who've read it, and they're like, oh, but it says here that we should never trust the Centauri, and if it's in the book and you wrote it while you were under some sort of divine inspiration, it should all be true. And he's like, no, which is great. Oh my god, Jakar. If first season Jakar had to look at 5th season Jakar, he'd just be like, what the fuck happened to me? Oh god, oh, whoa. Oh my goodness. This is just like a mess, man. Garibaldi is like drinking again, and doesn't want to hang out with Franklin, because I'm pretty sure he knows Franklin will figure it out. And speaking of Franklin, Franklin is planning on leaving the station at the end of the year, which I'm not sure what that translates to in terms of the show. So I don't know if that means he's staying for the rest of the season, or if he's like going to leave at some point. But I'll find out, obviously. And he's going to be the head of the Xenobiological Research Institute or something. I don't know, something super cool. So, for you, Franklin. But yeah, so like the Centauri, right? And the White Council, what am I talking about? Yes, the White Council appeared in this one. No, the Alliance is kind of just like, we're all being dicks for a while because you're not fixing this problem with the shipping attacks, and it's like, so our little group of characters we actually give a shit about are having a meeting about this, and they agree, they realize that the Centauri are involved, and then they're like, we're just not going to tell Londo, because, well, as Jakar said, he would want to do something about it. He would go home and do something about it, and he would get himself killed, and it'd be a problem. So, sorry. So yeah, I just want to know where this is going and how they're gonna solve this. And Garibaldi. Okay. I doubt he's going to be very happy to hear that Franklin is leaving. But then again. Oh well. This show. So anyway, I will see you for more tomorrow. Alright, hello. I watched another episode. Oh, fuck, episode 13 or something. The Korra's mother, the Korra's father. This was different and interesting. It was different because it was all from the Psychor's point of view. It was, we were following Bester around while he dealt with an issue, with his, like, stupid interns. So that was fun. Yeah. And I don't know. Those telepaths. But, I mean, I'm always a fan of Bester being in anything. So that's great. I don't know, I liked it. It was like a little mystery about, oh, why'd this person in Psychor suddenly lose it? And then they have to go catch him, and he's on B5, and so we got to see a couple of the main cast members. Namely, Zach and Franklin. Zach. Sorry. My love for Zach, even when he's being, like, kind of unnecessarily douchey. But he just really doesn't like Bester. Yeah. I don't really have anything to say. Yeah, I don't know. Psycho are creepy as usual. And they've got, it turns out that they keep ships in hyperspace, like, so that people can't know that they have all these ships, I guess. And I don't know, it was just interesting to see a week or something in the life of Bester. He's just doing his job. But he's also, like, a dick, but, you know. So, that's interesting, I guess. I don't know much to say, apparently. Although I did enjoy it. I did definitely enjoy it. I don't have anything to comment on. But yeah, so, yeah, eventually I'm going to actually finish this show. Yeah, it'll happen. Eventually. And then I'm probably going to watch the BSG reboot. So I'll probably make videos for that too, so that'll be cool. But B5 first. I gotta finish season 5, and then there's a couple more, like, TV movies to watch. And then I'll be done with that, but I'm only like halfway through season 5 right now, so there's more to come, and it's pretty exciting. So, and then I get to follow Fuck Yeah Babylon 5 or whatever it's called on Tumblr, so I'm looking forward to that. I've just been avoiding those places because of spoilers, but yeah. So, anyway. That was unnecessary. Until next time. Alright, I just watched episode 14, Meditations on the Abyss. Yay. Alright, well, we're back on the station, and I liked that one a lot. Let's see, let's tackle the plots one by one. Okay, maybe I liked this one a lot because the focus was on Veer and Lanier. And, you know, I love both of them. Okay, so Veer, well, mainly what happens in his story is it turns out that the Drazi attempt to bug his and Londo's quarters, and it's dumb, but, like, it's still the plot of, you know, the Drazi are trying to figure out what's going on, but of course nobody's been telling Londo, so, you know, that the Centauri are up to something because he doesn't know about it, but he's like, Veer, you deal with this, and Veer goes and, like, you know, confronts the Drazi fruit merchant about it, and he's all like, yeah, well, we all know you, Veer Kodo, you're just you know, you're lame. But, and it's the funniest thing, because then he leaves, and then he goes into like, Londo's quarters, where Londo's just, like, writing something, and he's like, oh, what do you need, Veer? Veer's like, oh, nothing, and then he pulls the sword off the wall, and it's just like, I'll be back in a minute. It's like, you're my favorite person. And he goes and, like, attacks the fruit guy's stall with the sword, and he's like, I got you. And it's beautiful, and then later everybody's laughing about it. Oh, my dears, all together in, I assume, Sheridan's quarters, somewhere, though. I mean, having dinner, except then I'm just sort of, like, flailing around in sadness because Garibaldi's not there, because they're like, well, we invited him, and he just, like, didn't show up because he's busy getting drunk and ordering pizza. And I'm like, somebody please check on the man, because he's falling apart. Even if he is Michael Garibaldi, head of the frickin' covert intelligence of the entire frickin' universe. I love him. Poor thing, though. He really... Come on, Franklin. Do your duties. Notice that he's got problems. Yeah. So that's the Veer plot. Oh, the other thing is, it's wonderful, and Londo has decided to make Veer the new ambassador from Centauri once he goes off to become emperor, and I'm like, oh, it's perfect! And it makes me very happy. Okay, then the Lanier plot, so Delenn wants him to go on a ship that's doing patrols so that he can kind of, like, pay attention, like, notice what's going on and maybe, I guess, center information. I don't really know. But it's basically a training mission with him and some other ranger trainees, and there's some fun stuff there, and there's this other, well, they're all Minbari, but there's this other Minbari guy who Lanier tries to help, and I liked that plot, and I like that the captain of the ship has called it unofficially the Maria because, you know, he's like, it's a terrible name for a ship, White Star 27 or whatever. He's like, no. Which I agree, so there's that. So I liked that. I liked that so much. I love Lanier, yes. I'm in love with him, so what else is new? So yeah, those were kind of the two major thrusts of the episode. I don't think anything huge and game-changing really occurred in this one. Just more setup, you know, which is awesome. I love setup. I love everybody. I love all these characters. I was sitting there like, why do I love this dumb show about a bunch of dumb aliens? It's because you can describe most of the things I love with those words. Dumb show with dumb aliens. And dumb people. Oh, and what else? Like, Jakar finally gets a replacement for his fake eye that looks like his other eye, so he's all excited about that. And Londo finds that the listening device in the Drazi, and is like, I don't know why the Drazi be listening to me, and starts talking all this nonsense about, like, I don't know, the Drazi ambassador's wife, mostly. And Zach was in it, and y'all know I have a massive, I don't know where I was going with that, a place in my heart for Zach Allen and his dumb face. So yeah, I enjoyed that one immensely, and I am very much looking forward to episode 15. Alright, I just watched episode 15 of season 5, Darkness Ascending. Holy shit, everything is coming together. This is bad. So, the main bad thing, okay, is that they've finally gotten proof that the Centauri are the ones who are messing with Alliance ships. And they got the proof by Lanier doing something very reckless, and I'm very cross with him, but at least he's alright, so, you know, I did freak out kind of a lot. But the reason that this is bad is because clearly the powers that be on Centauri Prime thought something like this might happen, so they contact Londo and they say, you know, we think that the Alliance is maybe going to try to pin all this attacks on us. And, you know, so they might try and fabricate some information, and Londo's like, they wouldn't do that. But then at the end, Vera's all like, they've scheduled this meeting for tomorrow and they didn't invite you, and it's probably about this thing, and like, so it's getting messy, because how are they going to react to all that? Like, are they going to think that Sheridan and company are lying, or are they going to, you know, realize that there's something going on here that Londo has not been informed of? Oh my god. Okay. Also, there's some other plots. It looks like Lita's gonna get herself her telepath some money and some ships, because she's, okay, so they went way back with the continuity on this one. Way back to the beginning. And they were like, hey, and Lita's all like, hey, Jakar, remember how like 6 years ago you said if we gave you telepath DNA, you might give us like a lot of money and stuff? So she agrees to do this. So that's good, I guess. Of course, I have to keep it very secret, so who knows. And then my buddy, Garibaldi. So I can never remember her name, but this woman that he's kind of dating comes to visit him and finds out that he's been drinking again, gets very mad at him, So basically that's kind of like what's happening, and now at the end of the episode he's like, we're probably going to be like at war with the Centauri, so you need to leave. And she was trying to be all like, okay, you'd better not, okay, fine, if you say that you're in control of this thing, then you better not drink the entire time I'm here. And of course she does. She just doesn't know. And he needs to get some sense smacked into him. Come on, Garibaldi, stop being such a mess. Like, oh my god. He needs help. Yeah. No, it was a really good episode. It was really good. It was really good. And, yes. So, I really, really hope they don't end up at war with the Centauri, because that would just make me incredibly sad. Because, I really like Londo and Veer. And, like, it's a problem. Oh my goodness, so, you know. So, I'm just freaking out a little bit. Sorry, I've got some stuff. So, yeah, you know, freaking out a little bit, as you do. And hoping that everything somehow turns out okay. We've only got... what? 6 episodes left? No, 7 episodes left? It's not enough. I don't want the show to be over. It's, like, really excellent. I mean, when it is over, I can start something new, and that'll be exciting. Probably going to watch BSG, but I'm still sad, because Babylon 5 is so excellent, and I just want to watch it, like, 500 times. But I also don't, because I just want to watch new Babylon 5. Okay. That's how I feel.